are the questions that are asked the most frequently. So um, it's pretty interesting that they're being asked, like, I don't know how many people answered, but I got quite a few of the same kind of things. So there's like two different categories that most of them fell into. One was coming too quickly, and the other one is not being able to stay hard. So those are the two big ones for guys. And then I had a girl write in that she like doesn't like what her guy's doing when he's going down on her, but yet she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. So okay, so I'm going to start with the first one. Um, First one, and I'm not telling you who wrote what or whatever. It's not important. By the way, if you're on YouTube, make sure to like this video, and if you're on Instagram, make sure to join me on YouTube. Okay, so at some point, not right now, because I'm on a roll here. Okay, mostly it's my own mindset, worrying too much about what turns her on or off. So okay, so that's another thing that comes up frequently is like what turns this person on, and obviously the most important thing to turn anybody on in anything is communicating. So I respond and communicate outside of the bedroom. So like not when you're in the bedroom where you think like the girl who wrote in and said like I don't want to hurt his feelings, blah blah blah, that he wasn't doing it. So maybe it's better that you talk about like what turns you on before you get into the bedroom, and maybe don't rush into something with someone you don't really know and don't feel safe with. Just like give it some time. Let the tension build and the teasing and that kind of thing. So I'm thinking you can't really worry too much about what the person's going to do because truthfully, if she's not telling you to stop and she seems to be moaning and enjoying it, then I would say that maybe she is being turned on and you just don't have to be so concerned. Like I used to hate when this guy was like, is that okay? Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, that's okay. Shut up already, So if someone's not complaining, I would say they're probably liking it, but you might check in with them later on and see, hey, how was that for you? Is there something I could have been doing differently? And then during sex, if people are doing something to each other and you're not sure, just say, hey, you like this? And a lot of times you can just tell by body language even. But checking in constantly is not a bad thing. What turns me on is KarenLee, Patreon Poder. Okay, cool, Eric. All right, so the next statement about what their biggest struggle is sexually is my biggest problem, I don't get enough. Okay, so I guess that's something that you have to live with. I think tomorrow you'll hear on my podcast, Sex Talk with My Mom, the podcast, we interview a guy who's 37 years old and never had sex until 37. So he lost his virginity at 37. So you're never too late. And sex means different things to different people. So don't worry so much about how much sex you're having. Worry about the quality of the sex is much more important than the quantity. And make sure you're having it with the right people. So I guess that's my answer. Quality, not quantity. Then someone else says their biggest sex challenge is their way to have an active sex life, but maintain some sensitivity, meaning down below. It's becoming increasingly common for me to have a hard time getting to orgasm, but I'm not on medication, but I smoke marijuana. So I'm glad that you mentioned that you're not on medication because sometimes medication can screw up your orgasm. I get that. And then the other part of it is about the marijuana. Some people like marijuana when they're having sex. I, for one, do. But some people don't. Some people, it lowers their libido and lowers their testosterone. So I think that's something to be considered is what does the effect of drugs have on your ability to get and stay hard or your libido or your, if you're taking stuff that might be, enhancing it. Maybe it's not, or maybe you're too tired, or maybe you're just veg out on the couch and want to watch TV because you're too stoned. Okay, so where was it? Another biggest challenge. Okay, can't always stay hard during penetration. Don't worry so much about being hard the whole time during penetration. That one of my friends said the same thing. He's like, I'm really concerned because I can only stay hard a certain amount of time. And I said, are you pleasing the girl? And he's like, yeah, hell yeah. And so I'm like, don't worry about it. She's not going to give a shit. And I know that sounds like selfish or whatever, but as long as she's having a good time and she's not complaining that she needs you hard 45 minutes straight, don't worry about it. And whenever you get hard, you can go up and down, go up and down. It's not a straight shot like you see on in porn. Porn makes it look like, oh yeah, everybody should last for like 45 minutes straight. And that is totally not true. I have interviewed so many porn stars who have said that absolutely is not true. Drinking and smoking kills an erection, says Wade. So yeah, I mean, alcohol is another thing to consider. If you are drinking a lot, like it's going to be hard. The other thing is, if you know your tendency is psychologically to not be able to get hard the first couple times you're with someone, my suggestion would be don't go for intercourse. Just you don't even do hand jobs or blow jobs. Just kiss. Let the tension build or whatever till you feel safe, and then just call it out, and say, "Listen, most likely because this has happened to me. Most likely, I'm not going to be able to stay hard, or even get hard. Even some people have a hard time getting hard with the condom. So if that's the case, the best thing to do is just don't even go for it. Just tell her right from the start so she doesn't like women sometimes take it personally that they aren't getting the guy hard by, because what's wrong with them? Why aren't they being able to get the guy hard? Don't take it personally, women. And don't think that the women do take it personally because many women don't take it personally and they just get it. If any women does make fun of you or whatever because you can't stay hard because you're drinking or whatever, then that's their problem. So you see what I'm saying? Okay. Another problem. Guys rub the clit too hard. This is from a girl and not properly. And I don't want them to make me feel bad, but I also don't want to feel bad myself. So this is from a woman's standpoint. I say to her the same thing I say to the guy. You have to communicate. Your body's more important than his feelings about like whether or not, his ego is hanging on there, because he can't, doesn't understand that it's too hard or it's too fast or it's just not done properly. So for both people, men and women, talk about what you like. Make sure you know what you like first. You have to be able to masturbate, to know what you like, and once you know what you like, then you communicate that, and then you don't take anything personally. Then you go back to the 4 agreements and don't take it personally. Okay, sex is like it's like a complicated thing. So you got to let like nature take a course a lot of time and just not put too much pressure on yourself. It's not that important. No one's rating you. Okay. And a lot of times you need to be in a relationship where you communicate and talk about what you're comfortable with before anyone gets any pleasure. So just take it easy, slow, relaxed, and enjoy the kissing. Because once you like have sex, you can't go, oh, let's just make out all night again. It's just it's already done. The gate is open. Here's another sexual problem. I don't have enough to feed my sexual hunger honestly. So that goes back to the other guy who said he doesn't get enough of it. Again, don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have to have so much sex because it doesn't really mean anything anyway. It's a very short, sex is like quick, right? They can end up being like 2 seconds, and you're done. Or it could be like 5 minutes of your whole evening. So don't worry so much about how much sex you're getting. Worry about the person you're with. Enjoy yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And honestly, it's not a big deal. Let's see. Did I get every question here? Let's see if I have any more. Okay, so I'm going to take some of your questions now. By the way, so if you want personal, answers, and these are just my own opinion. Okay, I do not have a sexology degree. I'm just kind of like someone who's been doing this for a long time. Not just having sex for a long time, but being on YouTube and talking to educators and porn stars and other people that are just any kind of sexual person that's interested in sex. I've interviewed them. So this is just my own personal feeling and take it for what it's worth. But if you want to talk much more closely with me, go to my Patreon page. Patreon here. I'll put it right here. www.patreon.com. KarenLee. You got to be 18 because they have just put like a notification on my thing. Hey, Paul. Okay. Paul's a patron, so he gets a special shout out. Let's see. If anybody else is a patron, let me know. I'll give you an extra special shout out. And everybody here, you're all welcome. Okay, so let's see. So Mike G, that's how you can get a hold of me. I'm not going to be doing any dinners. Will live chats be in review? Okay, we talked about that. Um, IT. Okay. I was wondering if kids my age 17 are having sex already, although I want to wait until college, but not sure yet. Thought tells it really depends on what you consider sex. I mean, is it just penetration, or is it blowjobs, or is it kissing, or is it touching someone's boobs? I mean, I would just say, like, don't worry about what kids your age are doing. Worry about what you feel good about doing, and do it with the right person at the right time. Because to me, it's really important that, like, your sexual experiences should be really good. So the only way they're going to be really good is if you feel like you're in the right state of mind and you know what you want to do, and the person you're with is in the right state of mind too. I hope you understand what I'm talking about there. Where's Cam? Cam is working out. Cam is my son, but he's also my partner in sex talk with my mom. So you guys have to watch it. Mama, and do you listen to the podcast? I hope so. I hope you guys all listen to the podcast. If you do, let us know and subscribe. Hey there, Joyce. And all the people just joining me now. I'm just like giving a little waves to everybody here. Oh, shoot. I always do that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. I am a man who loves cross-dressing in gorgeous makeup. That's cool, Rob. Hey, these days, people do everything. I mean, I've heard it all. First time in your life. Oh, Jack, first time in your live stream. I'm 32 years old. I've always been attracted to cougars and MILFs. Glad I found your channel. Oh, that's cool, Jack. What attracts you to them? Let's see. I don't know what to do is a huge problem in your life. Irving, what's the problem? I must have missed it somewhere up here. Caesar, I love my girl. I'm 35. She's 32 years older. We see each other once a week, but when we see each other, we talk a lot and catch up. But our sex is low. What can I do to bring our sex back up? Lots of stuff. That's a very common question, Caesar. Start by like massaging each other. Just start by doing stuff like that makes each other feel really good, and try different things. The reason that people get bored of each other or don't get into sex as much when they're in a relationship is because we're attracted to novelty as a human being. So we were attracted to exciting, new, shiny objects. And if the person is the same person, no matter if it's like, you're with Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt, they get to be boring. So you want to make it like exciting and do role playing, try different stuff, try vibrators, try porn, try doing, watching porn together, whatever. Thank you, God of War, for saying my room is a mess. Oh my God. If you're going to criticize me, don't criticize me on my messy room. Anyway, okay. Let's see. How can you direct message me, and how do I sign up? Oh, I put the Patreon down below there. Let's see. Caesar Pastrana, just go with the flow. Tell her that you're horny and it works for me. Okay, some people are helping each other. Hi there, CK85. Good evening. I thought you were doing it in the afternoon, but it is now after 11 on the East Coast. It's probably 8 p.m. on the West Coast. It is 8:30 here. Let's see. Mike, if you become a patron, can we chat? I have different levels of patrons, so check out the Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/KarenLee and check out which level you want to be at. Some of the levels you're able to talk to me. I've been dating older women, much more sensual. They're much more sensual. Oh, okay, Hirsch. Jack, I have a sex addiction. I have to have it 5 to 6 times a week. Karen, my quality is second to none. Okay, well, good for you. You're really self-conscious. Irving, wait, what happened, Irving? I don't remember what you said. Are you the cross-dresser? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. This chat is like streaming by me and I'm not able to like trying to figure this out. Okay. Irving, tell me what it was again, because I lost it here. Eric says, I bring women to a climax by showing them my bank balance. Okay. Let's see. Some people are talking about their favorite positions. Let's see. Okay. Why are cougars the greatest fam? I don't know. Do older women prefer the guy to take charge during sex? That's a good question. I'm actually going to use that for my book because that's a new one, even for me. Take charge. So in other words, who's dominant? And I think that can be either way. There's submissive and there's dominant, and sometimes it switches. So I can't really say all older women do this or that, but it's a good question anyway. Okay, where was that? Why do I need a finger up my butt to get hard? I used to not be that way, Karen. It's a real question. I believe that's a real question because there's a prostate there and you like having it massaged. So, hey, if you can find a partner that wants to do it with you, go for it. Don't worry about whether or not it's normal or not normal or something new or what. I mean, it may change, but it's what you like. So enjoy it. Okay, let's see. Did you buy the calendar, Eric? Whenever I need to stiffen back up, I just take a look at Karen's calendar pick. You guys have a calendar for sale somewhere in this area. Anyway, go to the link on YouTube and you can buy a calendar. It's with myself and 5 other women that are over 50 in swimsuits. And it's not expensive. I forgot how much it is. And I believe if you're at a certain level on my Patreon, you might get a free calendar. So check it out. Let's see. I have a strange fetish that makes things weird in the bedroom. There's a lot of strange fetishes or kinks. As long as you feel comfortable and you're enjoying yourself with your partner, don't worry about what people think. Just make sure your partner's okay with it. Will you take my virginity, please? I'm tired of being a 22-year-old virgin. Larry. What do I say to that? Let's see. Larry, you should listen to the podcast I just did. It's going to be out tomorrow on Sex Talk with my mom. Where were we? Can I get a shout out? Jermaine, hi. Your nose is cute. Thank you. Bryson, how to overcome social anxiety when in an intimate situation. Okay. So a lot of people have the same problem as Bryson, which is that when you're in a intimate situation, you get very shy and tongue-tied and uncomfortable. And my best advice to you, Bryson, and everybody else is if you focus on the other person, then you won't be able to focus on yourself. You can't do too much at once, right? So if you just stay really present and focus on the conversation or focus on what you're doing and focus on pleasing somebody else and listening really well, you'll be surprised at how much you aren't going to be in your own head and you won't be like freaking out about what do I say next. Try to let those thoughts go up, like a cloud. I guess the main thing I would do if I was you, Bryson, and anybody else who gets social anxiety is try meditation because meditation is going to make you very, very focused. If you become really good at meditating and focus, your minds won't be going all over the place. You'll be focused on what you're doing at the present moment. Let's see. What is your recommendation for getting jizz stains out of the carpet? Okay, good question there, GL23330. You're very mature. Is 60 too old for a 45-year-old man? No, it's not. Any age is fine. Again, with the butt sex, is it dangerous? It's not any more dangerous, but you definitely want to make sure that you don't go from the butt to the vagina. You can go vagina butt, but you can't go butt vagina. There's different bacteria in the butt. What do you think of having sex with cougar or MILFs or matures than you? Well, from men 21 and above. What do I think of it? I think do whatever you're legal. At 21, you can do and be with whoever you want. What is your favorite position when you are having sex? Has that changed over time? You know what? I think it does tend to change, but sometimes I switch it up. I mean, I have lots of I like lots of positions. I definitely like looking at the person in the eyes though. The confidence of an older woman commands is so sexy and it gets me so stiff. You're a very attractive woman and you're my type. I can tell your confidence and sexy is through the roof. Thank you. I think a big part of like people that have social anxiety, like we were talking about before, is if you can get your confidence up, become very self-aware that you're a good person. If you're on this live stream, you're a good person. And so you should be able to like think of yourself as a lot of positive qualities that you have. So I always tell people like we've done this before, write down on post-it notes all these positive qualities that you have and keep looking at them and remember that you're a really good quality person and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let your family influence you or your friends or society or your teachers or your coworkers. Just follow your inner gut and be confident. And thank you for the confidence, Jack. uh bird poop daddy. Uh I'm not going to answer these questions. And they're getting a little too extreme here, too little crazy. Woman married for over 20 years cheat to, I don't know what that means either. I like to be dominated. You dig? Okay. When is Cam going to take Sid Wilder on a date? So, Cam, I don't think is going to go out with Sid Wilder. You guys should check out Sex Talk with My Mom. Uh, both the Patreon page. We have a Sex Talk with My Mom Patreon page where we have bonus episodes of the podcast. We have special pictures and videos there that aren't anywhere else. So it's called Sex Talk with My Mom. I'll put it down here. Patreon.com/sex talk with my mom. There. My girlfriend doesn't give blowjobs. Okay. I think I saw that. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe talk to her about it. Uh, let's see. Shelly Lynn is one of the calendar girls. Seriously, we will eventually cheat, right? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to give Larry the time of day. Okay. How did you get your teeth white? They look very nice. Thank you. I use, I think Crest Triple D whitener, like a toothpaste. Let's see. Let's see. Why do white boys in my school ask for BBC? I don't know why are you asking me this? Are you a good kisser? Of course. I want a naked calendar. You dig? You want a naked calendar? Okay. I'm skipping ahead here. You're addicted to older white women. Jermaine. Let's see. Ghost. You want to get cheated on, then go ahead and cheat. Karma will visit you. Okay. I would say, you guys, if you're talking about cheating, don't do it. Okay? How's that? Cheating makes you an unethical person. It breaks the four agreements. And that's really important that you are a man of your word or a woman of your word. Be impeccable to your word. Is there ever a recommended age to stop having sex? I hope not, Pete. Apparently, there's a rampant in Florida where the old people live. There are quite a few STDs going around there, so people are having sex in their old age in Florida. I'm about to have an experience with a woman 20 years older. I'm nervous, but I want it. Any advice? Lex, just communicate. Communication is lubrication. And just talk to her, find out what she wants, pay attention to her body language, and just have fun. I would say just to have a good time and don't get so in your head. Just don't worry about the age; it's a number. Is there going to be a chapter on mental health issues in your new book? Chapter of guys with mental health? Yeah, because of you, Bryson, I am putting a chapter in there based on anxiety and that kind of thing. Yes. Where can you get the book? You can get the book in when it's written. I'm almost done. I'm using my book is going to be called something like The Secrets of Dating Older Women. And then each chapter, there's going to be a little personal story that I can tell about myself that I've encountered. And then we're going to have different comments from people throughout the years on YouTube. We're going to have Guy's perspective on the way he's been successful with women that are older. And then we're going to have each chapter will have like a Q&A section. So it should be a good book. I just have to get my ass done with it already. It's I would say maybe 3/4 of the way there, maybe 50%. What does it say? I respect it, but why do most Black women don't like sucking? I don't know, but I think just you can't generalize. Where can you get the book, Jack? It's not done yet, but when it is, it'll be on Amazon for sure. They complain about jaw hurting. Okay, so just if you just don't make it such a long, tedious process each time, just have them do a little bit of sucking, and that's enough. Just just have fun with it. Don't make it into like this is a major task because it's going to get exhausting. And when you're watching porn, don't think that they're doing it for like hours and hours at it, and because they're not. And if they are, they're getting paid for it. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Do you know Dennis Hoff, owner of the Bunny Ranch and other brothels, died recently? Oh, no, I didn't. I think I did know that, actually, Paul. Let's see. If I drink drips from milk, I don't know. I'm not going to read that. I'm currently watching A Few Good Men, which is always a reminder of how much better looking I am than Tom Cruise, and of course, taller. Eric, you're a comedian. By the way, if you guys want women, use your comedy. That's a good idea. James Bond. Nice name. Karen, why do people find it curious that I prefer older women? I had younger women get mad at me because I turned them down. James, you tell me. Why do you think that they get angry at you? Maybe because they're jealous? I don't know. Okay, let's see what time it is. I think I'm going to, it's time to go. Do older women enjoy rougher sex? I can't generalize for all older women. You look like a plastic surgery horror story, transgender who is in her 60s. I did not know I look like that, but Matthew, you know what I could say to you? Hide my user from channel. You get hidden because you're not a nice person. When I was younger, I loved cougars. Now I'm older and I like younger women. What do you think about that? Hey, Steve, to each his own. Let's see. You're beautiful. Is it wrong to masturbate every day? Brent, last question of the day. No, it's very important that you do masturbate. Masturbation is the only way you're going to know what you like and the only way you'll be expressed to somebody else what you like. So absolutely important thing to do, and become a professional masturbator if necessary. But just what I'm concerned with at this point is how much you're masturbating to porn. See if you can masturbate without it, and don't do it to porn that often because you could get desensitized from porn. So that's my only little caveat. Be careful. So that's it. I'm glad we had a fun night tonight, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube and on Instagram. Turn on your notifications so you find out when I'm on again. If you guys like it at night, like tonight, let me know that. And I love you all. That's about it for me. Ta-ta for now, I should say.